Okay, so this video is gonna be kind of a ambient style that I'm trying to work with. Excuse my phone for doing that. Let me see if I can turn the volume off. All the messages want to come through when I'm trying to record, of course. So I'm trying to do the screen recording because I know for some people it's a challenge to let me turn this volume down a little bit. It's a challenge to hear exactly what the sound sounds like, right? Makes sense. So what I did here was I used the Pure piano or Pure Upright, I'm sorry. And then I added in the free plugin, which is Pitch Drift. What I like about Pitch Drift is it kind of gives some life to the sound of whatever you're playing. Let's see if I can just show you what it sounds like without all this extraness. Let me see. All right. So here's the piano just by itself, which to me sounds really good. And this is kind of a, oops, I just made a mistake and changed it. I had it kind of like here, somewhere between cinematic and just the pure sound of that piano. So let me see if I can fix this because I accidentally moved. This is just the mic, so don't worry about that. Of course, I got it going through Koala. So here's what it does without it, with it. So it's kind of got that little pitchy thing going on, which I don't know what it exactly is doing, but I like it. And so you have speed and then the amount that you're going to do. It's a free plugin. Try it out. Baby Audio Pitch Drift. All right. Let's hide that for a second. Then FAP. Hold on a second. Let me get through this. I don't know why that's doing that. I used one of the reverbs in here. And I'll be honest with you, since I did this on my phone, and every time I open it, it tries to link with this one. I can't remember exactly which one I used, but it was one of these. Let's try this to see what it sounds like. So it's a reverb, but it's definitely got longer tails, so I would consider it more like an ambient reverb. And remember, ambient has so many definitions, so if it's not ambient to you, then it is what it is. All right. And then I like this one I just got, which is Kajita, which is pretty much a delay and a reverb. So I'm stacking reverbs and delays to try to get a sound. So on this one, I use the main one. There's some presets, and I just use the Kajita one. Don't know what that means, but I like it. So it's kind of interesting with that delay. And it's super detailed, all this stuff that's going on that I don't really know. I would have to. So there's two delays, a pre-delay, and then, of course, the reverb. And wow, it gets deep. Now, mind you, I'm new to this, so there's probably some guys that can explain exactly what it's doing. But I think the real reason this is cool is because I'm using Zoa, which is like a MIDI. It's like a automated MIDI. Did I say that right? Anyway, so it's kind of like it generates whatever notes. So for instance, I believe I'm gonna have to open my phone and see if it'll let me see what I used, because when I sent the file over to here, for whatever reason, it did not save it. That's fine. So let's see. Now, though, I did this on the iPhone. I used B Dorian. Okay. I couldn't remember what I used. I don't like the way it didn't save. Maybe I need to make a preset of it or something. But B Dorian, 2 octaves down, in the range of 4. Okay. Now I have to close it because if I don't, what it does is it keeps linking it to this one, which is weird. Maybe I need to turn off the Ableton. I don't know if I turn it off though, if it'll affect. Let's see, one bar. Let's turn it off for a second. Wow, it lets me go this way, but not the other way. All right, so I use B, 2 octaves. Was it negative? Negative 2 octaves. And then I used Dorian, and I set the range for 4. And these are like, if I had to describe it, let's see, how would I describe this? It's like 4 options to, I'm going to set 16 is the pace. The length is here, the rules. I'm going to do 4. There's more to this app, so I'm trying to expand it. Okay, can I slide up? So over here you can slide up and you can see I'm going to put 16th. Okay, we'll leave it at large. And so there's these patterns. Oops. And this can get real deep, and I'm not a good at explaining this just because it's when I tried to get into the beta, I did not know what it really was. I thought it was just something that would generate chords or whatever. And it can, but it's a little different. So here's what I use. There's presets in here. When I first started trying this out, there were no presets, but now there is. And one of the presets I like is chords and melody. So if you look at chords and melody, I'm going to pick, and it still doesn't let me go that way. I'm going to pick B, and like I said, I'm going to use Dorian. And it's supposed to generate a melody. So there's the random rule, which is cool. But then there's also this patterns that you can do for each one. So what I like about this is I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to do 12 on this one. I'm just going to put some notes in, sort of, kind of. On number 2, I'm going to put some more notes. Pattern 2. So you got to set how many you want to be in each one, up to 16. It's like almost like a step sequencer, it feels like. Okay. And 3 we'll leave there, and then 4 we'll add in more. So I'm going to go there. Okay. So what I'm using it for is to make some random stuff, right? And then I'm taking that random stuff and I'm recording it in here. And what I did was I let it record for a long time. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it here. So I'm just going to hit this button. Now I have to be quiet because it's going to start probably recording my voice. Actually, no, it won't because I have my voice separated. Okay. So I'm going to press that, put it in, and then when I start, after I've selected the tempo, it's going to automatically start generating. So it's going to do a 4-bar count in. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. I think I have family in the back too, so if you hear them or they hear you, whatever. All right, so hold on, let me do this again because it did not work the way it was supposed to. Okay, so it should go through there and play as you heard it. Hold on, let me do this. Turn off the count in. Okay. Test, test, test. So it shouldn't come through this. All right, so it's not getting any volume coming through for whatever reason. Check, check. Let me see. Okay. I know why. I'm tripping. Sorry, guys. You got to connect Zoa all out, or you could use one of the four. So you'll see how it has four. If you just want the fourth one playing, then it's only going to do that one. And remember, when I say the fourth one, I mean we're on four. So you have three. So let's say I just want four to record that. So I'm going to press the record. I'm going to go up here and set it to number 4. Now it's going to do just number 4. Okay. Now I literally didn't do any other button mask. It's just randomly doing this. So remember, it's playing my sequence. So I need to get it off my sequence. Actually, because that's what's confusing me. All right. Sorry. Okay. Apologies. This is my sequence. Wait, let's just start it over and play it. So 1 second here. So we press record. I want to make sure it's not recording or playing that sequence. So here we go. Okay. So now it just gave me so I can literally go in and be like, all right, I'm going to create a loop. I hear it right there, crop, and then I might want to normalize. So I'm creating melodies basically with this, right? So this is a chorded melody. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to play all of them so you can see what it sounds like instead of just doing the one. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get rid of that. And here we go. We're going to do it again. Oh, you know what? I apologize. You got to put Zoe on. And one trick I found is if you pay attention up here, it's counting the bars. So when you start it, you could technically go and set it for 8 bars. And let me show you how that's done. If you go in here and you see sync, where it says sync quantum, if you set this, I think it's set it for 8 bars, you could record, I believe that's how it works. You could record 8 bars. But the easier way to me is to just let it play for 8 bars. And when you get to the beginning of the ninth, stop it. Just like I've shown the way I work in Koala when I'm recording, or if I'm in the SP, I record that way too. So let's see what this came up with. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna zoom in. That'll be my 8th bar. We'll crop. And now if you look at the beginning, there's the beginning there, and hit the stretch. You see, you got 2 bars. I take that back as 2 bars because we only played it for 2. So if you want that to increase in volume, the way I like to do it is just start stacking them and hit mix till you get them to where you want them. That's pretty good. Okay, if you want to make sure it loops, 1-shot loop. Cool. So what this can do for you is it can actually give you either a melody or it could just be used as something to sample. And that's kind of what I did. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to get rid of this. Remember, it's generating random stuff, kind of like I do on the radio. I'll find some random songs and sample them. All right, check this out. So this is what I came up with. Now I'm going to play this one without the drums that I'm doing. So that's 3 parts. By the way, let me show you this. Take the 1-shot off. So I don't have to hold. You could either hold it down or you can like do it this way. Probably the easier way. I put them on choke groups so that they would choke each other out so I wouldn't have them overlapping in case there was something extra on the tail end. But I pretty much recorded this long sequence. Let me see if I can. And then I pretty much just picked out just the part. So I knew I was going to use like a part of this, a part of that, and a part of that, right? That would work. And then I added just some vinyl crackle to that. And then just recently, I've been trying to figure out how to do ambient drums because it's not my normal go-to style, but I do appreciate it and like ambient music a lot. So I used, where is it? It's not in here. So I used this one, here I'll show you what it looks like. To get these drums, I use Fractal Bits, which is an interesting little app. I think it's like 99 cents. And this is what it looks like. It's weird. Oop, gosh, that was loud in my ear. All right, let me do this. So on the right side over here, you'll see there's like reverb and different things you can add. Okay, and then so these are like your effects and your volume. And then on the left side, you can just do a random. See, you either go random forward or random backwards. Let's say you find a sound you like here. Okay, there's this LCK, which is lock. And when you do it, it locks that one in. So if I leave that on lock, it will lock that. You can take it off lock now. It's going to lock that one. Or put it back on so you can see it. And then hit the random. And now everything else randomizes but the one you locked. But you can lock multiples. So these aren't the exact ones I got. I went through and just kept going through till I found the ones I like. And then I ended up with these. This one's reversed. It actually sounds like this. I just reversed it to give it some different. Okay. So kind of using little bits of sound just to create a pattern that's more percussive. I wouldn't even say it's like full on drums, but it's definitely percussive in its own way. All right, so now let's listen to what it sounds like with the drums. So, ironically, I didn't put a lot of, kick in there, just a couple kicks in there happening, and I use one sound that's going to be like a snare, and then the rest of it is kind of just percussive fill in spots for it. Um, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's definitely different. But the interesting thing about this is I could take the same song, replace these drums with some hip hop drums or R&B drums or whatever, jazz drums, whatever you want to do, and it would totally change the vibe of this song. So I'm saying that to say that this is not limited to ambient music. So if you're watching and you're thinking it's only ambient, that's not true because I could change it and flip it easy. So I don't want to replace what I have, but I'm just gonna add some drums in so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna go full screen, and what I'm gonna do, go back here, go to import. We'll import just some. I will take that hat, and we'll go get. This is in the real drum section. Technically, I would probably be using. Let's do some hip hop drums. So let's do this. Let's go here. We're gonna go back, and family's making a lot of noise. Let's get some Dilla stuff. Just we'll do that. Let's get rid of that snare or the hat rather. Go back to the Dilla kit. Not sure why this won't let me just go back. It would be nice if it would, but boy, these drums is piercing my ear. At least y'all can hear them if you're not deaf by the time I finish doing this. Serious. Why is this preview so loud? Previews. All right, let's put these on one shot because otherwise it'll. I'm gonna tame them a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna play this. Let's do this. We'll put one there. Put that on. Now remember, we're in slide over. If we don't go slide over, then we can't see. We can't use this as a play. We'll turn the metronome on, give ourselves a 1 bar count in, and those drums are here. We'll record on that sequence. Turn that off. go in, and the only thing I want to make sure it's on, because I have such big fingers, I gotta go back to this version. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna go here, leave that there. This is the kicks, this is the snares. I like where the snares are. Let's listen to the kicks. I think I'm missing a kick at the front, so no, that's cool. All right, let's do slide over. I think we should be good, but we're gonna just double check it real quick. That's actually not bad with it where it's at, but I'm gonna move it. I just want to snap. Oh, no, undo. So I like it. It's definitely interesting. I'm going to put this on free and pull this one this way. And pull this one this way. Now let's play it, see where it goes. I'm gonna take the stupid count off on. Sorry about that. There we go. I'm on free still, good. I'm gonna move that snare back a bit. And I'm gonna move this one that way and this one that way. All right, so let's play. Koala never picks up in a random. You have to start at the beginning for some reason. Okay, now my kids are acting up. Okay. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, back. So let's quantize. Let's just move those over so they're a little bit on. All right. So you see, you get the point. You can definitely take an ambient song and make it hip hop. Okay. Versus like if this one sounds like this. And what's crazy is you could actually, I like both, but you could take this song and have kind of like it switch styles in between or something. Like maybe the ambient version is your breakdown, but then the hip hop version is your main sound throughout the rest of the song. And then it goes into this like that ambient vibe. And so don't sleep on ambient music and the possibilities of using it like this, where, because a lot of it, when I think ambient, is reverbs and delays. Pretty much a lot of reverbs, a lot of delays, creating textural backgrounds. That's what I think of as ambient. And I'm sure there's a million definitions of other people have their thoughts on it. But anyway, I just wanted to do a video where you could see how we could use this type of workflow. And as always, remember to save everything. Okay, I did not do a bass in here. I didn't mix this, so it is what it is. All right, I'm out.